Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome to episode 12 of the Stephen O'Brien Coaching Podcast with myself, Stephen O'Brien. So today's episode is a solo episode. I'm going to be talking a little bit about the question that I suppose I'll get this a lot from women, and that is, does lifting weights make me bulky? Or else I'll get from clients saying, look, I don't want to get bulky from lifting weights, or can we not do so much weights because I don't want to get bulky? So today's episode is really just talking all about that and breaking it down. So guys, hope you enjoyed today's episode. So here it is. So question I want to answer today is, does doing weights make me bulky? Now, again, been in the industry now for a long time, and I've heard this a lot from women, especially women. They'll say, I don't want to do too much weights because weights will make me bulky. Or they'll say, I don't want to put on too much muscle because I don't want to look like a bodybuilder. Now, to look like a bodybuilder, that is going to take years of training, first off. Secondly, for you to look bulky, as in build, which in other words is going to be about building up muscle, again, it's going to be hard. Now, it takes a long time to actually build up muscle and put on, say, excess weight looking at your muscle. Now, normally when you start training, especially if you're at the start of your journey, there's a good chance you might want to tone up and stuff like that. So doing weights is actually going to massively help benefit you toning up. Now, you could build a little bit of muscle if it's the start of your journey, because obviously when you're at the start, it's easier to build muscle, but you're not going to build big, massive muscles. Like, I've been training for, I don't know how many years now, and I find it hard to build up muscle. So there's a couple of things to keep into consideration as well when you do want to build up muscle is, one, you need to be training properly. You need to be training at the right intensity. You need to be getting the right nutrition in. That includes your food and your water intake. And you also need to be making sure that you're sleeping properly and allowing your body to actually rest and recover so that the muscles can grow. So the whole process of actually building up muscles and getting bulky, it's really, really hard. Now, when you kind of come into the gym and you're asking that question, is lifting weights going to make me bulky? What you really want to do is you want to take your mindset away from the bulkiness and all that kind of stuff, and you want to focus on what you want from the gym. Now, perhaps you want to tone up. Perhaps you want to lose weight. Perhaps you even want to gain weight. It's completely up to you, whatever it is that you want. But put your focus into that part rather than thinking, oh, I don't want to do that because I'm going to get bulky. Because at the end of the day, when we come in here into the gym, we start lifting weights, we start doing our conditioning, we start doing high intense training or sprinting or whatever it is that we're going to do. It's all going to benefit towards getting fitter, getting stronger, toning up, losing weight, whatever way you want to put it. So the training part isn't going to go against the goals that you want to achieve. Also as well, if you're someone that wants to lose weight or tone up, doing this high intense training, lifting weights and stuff like that, you're going to reduce body fat. So which means you may look toned or you may tone up and look maybe a bit more ripped, but you're not going to be a big, massive bodybuilder bulky, you know? That stuff takes years and years. Like even those big bodybuilder fellas. And if you see anybody that's into bodybuilding and stuff, they'll tell you that it takes years and years in training unless they're actually cheating by using steroids or something. But for a normal person, it does take a long, long time, and it's actually hard enough to build up muscle. So the main thing is for you to focus on getting fitter, getting stronger, improving on your eating habits, making sure that you're drinking plenty of water, reducing your stress levels, and also as well looking at your sleep. And taking the focus off, am I going to get bulky? Am I going to get bulky? And you know what? If you start to get fitter and you actually started to build up a bit of muscle and get bulkier, you can also reverse that. You can still keep up your fitness levels. All you got to do then is just change up your training plan. Because if you're getting bulky, then you're obviously doing some hypertrophy training, which is, like I said, it's hard to actually get to that phase. But just imagine you started to build up muscle. All you got to do is change up your training. And we want to kind of burn off a bit more body fat. We want to kind of focus on a bit higher reps with your training. So instead of doing, say, 8 to 12 reps, maybe do 15 to 20 reps. So you can focus more on endurance. And doing the endurance stuff will keep your heart rate up. It'll probably eat into a bit of muscle tissue as well. You can also add in doing some long runs because that lead into a bit of muscle tissue. But at the end of the day, we don't really want to eat into muscle tissue. because it's going to help us to reduce body fat. It's going to keep us leaner and it's going to keep us stronger. So guys, I hope that kind of answers your question in around, does lifting weights make me bulky? And again, guys, thank you so much for taking the time today to listen to today's episode. Do please like it, share it on your social media. I will be forever grateful. And please do rate and review the podcast. And again, if you want to follow me on social media, make sure to look up Stephen O'Brien Coaching on Instagram and Facebook. And any questions at all, feel free to reach out to me. Again, thank you so much.